link. All right, peace, love, and law family. We would like to welcome you guys to Work Session Season 4 In God We Trust, hosted by the Eric Ingram Bay Living Trust, presented by Eric Ingram Bay, myself. And I give thanks to each and every last one of you for your time and joining us in Work Session as we is in Season 4. It's been a long time coming, a lot of remedies, a lot of trials and tribulations, but we have conquered and overcome those things and have fully sought out remedies in many different ways and accomplished a lot of different things as we are still growing and learning. Based upon your experience and participation, guys, is how we do that. So we give thanks to you and your time and your due diligence as well, and trusting us to deliver a certain form of information for you guys as well. So, we also give thanks for the creative, this time, this moment, just being able to be here, being present, having free will. Always a great thing to be thankful for, and that you get to make the choice and decision. So with that being said, though, family, everything from here on out will be is only for educational or religious purposes only. Anybody seeking any form of legal advice, please do seek a legal advisor, as it is my duty to speak on my religious experience and religious truth. So with that being said, how's everybody doing?
Good.
Great, brother.
Great. Awesome. Good.
Okay, that's what's up. Everybody in the great limelight today, sounds like, for the most part. You're here, you're living, you're breathing, you're able to make a change right now. That's how you know that you are still a count. You're still winning. You're here and you're able to do something now. Anything or any type of energy that you put out will change your course of direction and destination in your life right now. Take advantage of that. All right. So with that being said, guys, is there anybody here with testimonies? Anybody with testimonies? Raise some hands. All right, Miss Sibley, you're up.
Hey, Eric. I just wanted to let you know that I used your executive letter for the credit bureau, and 3 things was deleted off my report.
Hey, there we go. That executive letter be popping with them credit bureaus, don't it? We always hear that. So congratulations to you on that. That is always big. I didn't start dealing or learning with credit till I got in my 30s. So I'm going to say that's big. That's something I should have been taught way before I ever touched any form of money or been able to go get a loan or get a contract or anything like that. And we wasn't. So, but now we are, and we are able to apply these things. And like I said, just one little thing, the decisions can change the course of direction of your life. So congratulations to you on that as well. Is there anybody else here with a testimony? Anybody else? Y'all hiding out.
Come on and testify, y'all. Wednesday night service.
All right, Indigenous Place of Peace, you had your hand up? Okay, I guess they got your hand up again. You're welcome to speak. I don't think they know they got their hand up. All right, so if there are not going to be any more testimonies, guys, then, well, let's talk about it. I'm still glad for, what was his name? Dave? Who was your friend, Kimberly? Are you on here? Miss Ford? Well, Dave's testimony, and just by him being able to come in, pop in with us and share, I still tell you guys, like, the things that we're doing and having success in and doing is still amazing. And to know that you don't never have to feel defeated in any situation that you are in. There is a way. If there's a will, there's a way. So just, continue to have that faith and step out on faith. Remember, everything is based upon the foundation of God's law, the law of nature, first and foremost. And everything has to be built on top of that. Anything that's not in alignment with that will not suffice. Promise you, because it's not a part of the maxims of law or the maxims of equity. All right. So with that being said, guys, we're going to talk about administration today. So, and I think a lot of you guys, you give up too easy. You send a letter and that's it. It's over. Hey, they didn't answer. They didn't do this, or like you still don't get what administration means. You still don't understand commerce. Like they have to literally rebut everything that you say. And if they don't rebut everything that you say, then it's consented. It's an agreement with you still. So they could send you a letter and it doesn't address anything that you stated. They can say, oh, it sounds like sovereign citizen talk or whatever. That still does not address what I asked. Number one, you also have to remember the power that you have in the contract, even acting as an authorized representative on behalf of the principal surety, right? So the reason why I say that is because anything that we ask in relation to this particular contract, automatically, they have to disclose and give full disclosure. That is an obligation of a person, which also means what, family?
Corporation.
Obligation of a person means what?
It's a financial asset.
It's a financial asset. So that means that even the debtor holds a financial asset, because does it not, if they happen to do anything that breaches the trust, does this not set off the debt, which makes it a financial asset even unto the debtor, correct?
Correct.
I can't hear y'all. Y'all ain't
Correct.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Correct.
Make sure you know. This is really important. Y'all be waiting on them to tell you if you're wrong or right, when you should know that you're right the whole time. We don't have to wait on nobody. We know we're right. So automatically, if we have a claim brings in a monetary value. Make sure you guys mute out. A claim brings in a monetary value, right? Because this is commerce, correct? And remember, civil action is the only action, because otherwise it's war. But then they don't want that. We don't need civil war. We just need civil actions in courtrooms. That's where war will take place, on paper. So with that being said, guys, you have to look at that and see your stance here as having a financial asset and being able to apply this. So that makes it a revenue claim. We have a claim. So when we have a claim, what that means?
We have interest.
Right. We have interest. Interesting, right? So you have interest. You go get your interest. We make the claim on interest. This is considered a form of income. Remember, it's not all about actually having, because I tell you what, every dollar is backed by some form of labor, goods, services, or product. So that has to be a contract, is what I'm saying. Right? So that means that even in this situation, by this claim, this creates money, which is a form of contracting, because this becomes an implied contract based upon them attempting to use property of the trust. Got it? So if they're using property of the trust, what does that mean?
They owe us compensation.
Compensation. There has to be compensation. Okay? Because anybody using the property other than the beneficiary or trustee, they got to pay. Now we look at the fee schedule. How much is it going to cost for the use of the property? Well, again, this is a claim. And based upon the trust or them using trust property for whatever amount of time, it created a monetary value. Got it?
Got it.
So my question to y'all is, why y'all be feeling like it's over?
Not seeing the full picture from the beginning to the end when we're standing in front of people, the nervousness setting in. That's why these mock hearings and stuff are necessary.
Have to be. But you got to know, guys, just to see it all the way through, this is your full entire claim here. You are making the claim. It's not their job to finish the claim. How do they move on y'all? They don't be caring about the stuff y'all sending. They finna keep moving until they get to their court or whatever the case may be. But you hold court yourself. That's the reason why I say step back. Step back and look at yourself at the fourth dimension, consciousness that is in control of this three-dimensional plane. Right? The phone cannot do anything until you pick it up and make it do what you want it to do. Cups, plates, everything, this candle right here, it's just what it is until I decide to pick it up, use it. And again, it takes my conscious mind to use this physical body to control anything that I want within this physical plane. Right? This is a fact. This
Yes,
is
sir.
where you have to start from. Now, when you see yourself from that standpoint, then now you understand that you're operating already as a sovereign body on an international level amongst all people, all in the whole entire world. So now make your claim. See what I'm saying? Because remember, your word is what?
Your bond.
Exactly. So by you making this claim and you're bonding or binding whoever to this claim, now they have to what? Answer. Because they have been summoned.
Either perform or pay.
They've been summoned. So now you got a full claim. Now we got all these other documents to show that we have all rights and interests. But before any of these contracts, we already had rights and interests by what?
Certificated security.
Holder in due course. Possession is 9/10 of the law, which means you have the right to enforce the instrument. Correct?
Correct.
Correct.
So as long as we see you with it, we automatically think it's yours, right? Until there's something come and state otherwise. So therefore, just by you holding the Social Security card and the birth certificate, you have first in time and first in right as of right now because you are the holder in due course. Correct?
Correct.
All right. So now what does that place you? Because it's nobody else's job to make or do any claims for you. You have to go and make the claim yourself. Right?
Right.
Right.
So you did all these contracts. Y'all so ready to start a trust and do all these contracts. Are you ready to fulfill those obligations in those contracts? Because remember, these are words and your words because you're signing off on these words and you are binding yourself in this particular contract. Right?
Right.
Yes.
Come on, y'all supposed to be spiritual people now. So I know we know what we're talking about. Spell binding is what it is.
Yep.
And through this spell binding, you will live out the reality. Now, based on how you perform, it's going to be totally up to you. You have to fully look at these contracts. So now you got a security agreement That right there alone, meaning if we have a security agreement, we should automatically be perfecting this security agreement. And in order to perfect it, we have to go and make the claim on the UCC one as well, right?
Correct.
Right.
Making this claim. Now, in this claim, see, because a lot of y'all think, oh, I just made a claim. Yeah. No, you made a preceded claim before anybody. That means literally, like, and that's the reason why I say our time is immemorial. We don't know how long we've been here. We don't. It's time immemorial, right? So therefore, you can't place the U.S. Constitution superior to the divineness of our spirit and natural law. You can't do it because it supersedes any treaties, any empires. It supersedes all of that. Right?
Right.
So think from that capacity. What law was established before the U.S. Constitution was established that you are under? Subjected.
law.
And that's the law that you should operate under. Because nobody is exempt from what? Cause and effect. Is anybody exempt from cause and effect?
No, sir.
No.
No.
All right, then. So the cause is they are using trust property unauthorized. Now we make a claim, and in the claim, there's an effect. You have to be the effect, family. You can't wait for them to be it for you. Got it?
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to have court. Your court is your what? Claim. You're even making the judgment because you're giving them the what? What are you giving them? You got a claim here. So you gave them a what?
Way out.
A way of relief, right?
Yes.
Which means you also gave a judgment, correct?
Correct.
So who's hosting court here?
That makes sense.
We are.
And this is also a what? Commercial claim. Correct?
Yes.
So any claim in commerce that is not rebutted stands as what?
True.
Is.
So in order to bring your claim into reality, we should be doing what? What should we be doing?
A UCC one.
That too, but what else? Come on.
Filing with the IRS,
There we go.
invoicing them.
Yeah, let's make this real. Because listen, we got to go to who managed and creates the money. So let's go to the IRS and report this transaction that's happening here and the value of this claim. Right?
Thank you.
So
Yes, sir.
once we make this claim, this no longer is it's out of the jurisdiction of any other jurisdiction. This is under a tax jurisdiction now. Do you guys know what make an affidavit an affidavit?
There are three things that
True.
make an affidavit.
It's really just one. Go ahead.
Just your word.
Chris, somebody said it. It
Your
was
word.
somebody used one word to describe it. Say it again.
Facts.
Facts.
Your word.
True.
Penalty of perjury.
There we go. Say it again. Yes. That's what makes an affidavit, is that you are affirming or swearing of something that is saying that something is true, entirely, whole, and in fact. That's the reason why I tell you guys control the narrative about everything. Nobody knows nothing until you start opening up your damn mouth, talking about what you got and what you ain't got. Right? Whole time you're creating the narrative, though. You set the narrative out. Write the narrative. What is the claim here?
Unauthorized use of trust property.
I'm just saying, like, in the whole entire essence, you have to truly know what your whole claim is and how to bring this into fruition. Because I get a lot of you guys with a lot of emergency letters. And it's all because y'all jump from A to W. I ain't even gonna say W. You jump from A to L because you finna take a L. You're not going fully through everything to understand, because now, I got this. I know, okay, I did the mortgage class and everything that you said do. Okay, so if that's the case, then you should have a full claim, gave them a 1099, and expressed everything in full, right? And that shows that you've tried to what? Collect the debt. Once you do all of that, it's easy to go get a declaratory judgment. And in some states, you don't even have to go to court. You have the right to do what? It's a non-judicial foreclosure. You can foreclose on whatever you want. Foreclose on the freaking account.
That's what you want to hear.
It's the whole class. Y'all want to hear?
Can y'all hear what I'm saying?
That's the court.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thanks for saying that.
You can foreclose on the account. Make sure you guys mute out.
It's live.
It's totally up to you guys.
When
It's
you say
totally
foreclose on the account, what does that look like?
I'm not even gonna tell you. I know you smart enough to know. Kind of make you think today, huh? Take your time.
I ain't scared.
Yeah, that's the type of people I want to be around. Visualize for yourself. What would that look like? What does it look like foreclosing on the account?
Has to be
based on all these documents that we done talked about. So in this claim, did we create a security interest?
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So in this claim, we can claim we already, and then you should already have what? Conveyed the account creating the equitable title in the first place, right?
Yep, did that.
Right.
So you got something that's held in collateral. All you got to do is foreclose on the whole entire account. Close it out. Because now you are the outright owner of it. They have no rights or can act or have any trustee or fiduciary relationship to the actual trust, because what? The trustee has become what? What the trustee do?
Express the trust.
They did what? What you say, Trey?
They express the trust.
No, the trustee abandoned the trust.
I mean, abandoned. I'm sorry.
They didn't answer. So now, what is one of the number one rules of trust? No trust should ever go wanting for a what?
Trustee.
Okay. So that gives you the right to do what? Substitution of trustee, correct?
Right.
Correct.
Right. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Come on, man. I don't think y'all hear what I'm saying.
I don't. That right there is mind blowing. I mean, just even when you're
No,
seeing it
I heard
and looking at it.
I heard what you're saying. I just said it wrong because I got a designated trustee as well. So yeah, you're right. My bad.
So wait a minute. You're saying if they don't respond, then they abandon their seat as trustee because they're not doing what trustees are supposed to do, which is settle all debts.
Absolutely.
Well, damn.
Let's accelerate now.
Oh, snap. Okay, so then you step in as trustee and you say, I got it. Don't worry about it.
Handle the affairs.
Exactly.
That's sort of like when a judge leaves the bench, you can get up there and run the court.
Handle the affairs. Like only thing y'all missing is you. You just missing you. That's it. You are missing you. And a lot of y'all keep trying to make this personal. This ain't got nothing to do with your religion or none of that right now. We talking about commerce. But for the use of your property is religious property. So now they got to pay the establishment and the people for the use of their property, right? Because they use it outside of the religious aspect of their particular property. But in the overall, it's still based on commerce. Handle your business. This ain't even got nothing to do about your nationality either. Okay, yeah, you Moorish. You know what I'm saying? We could say you're Nigerian, whatever, but okay, you owe money. I need you to perform. Yeah, we all got a nationality. We all got a name, but that ain't got nothing to do with your performance and your character. That's what matters. That's what holds the weight out here. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Because even when you step into nationality, you're still operating in commerce amongst other nations. Got it? It don't change. You just became a unit body that became one and that's willing to operate amongst other unit bodies, which are all corporate bodies now. So you still got to come back to what? Commerce. Ain't no running from this, because in order for, the only reason that we even have what? The type of communication and things of that is because of trade. Trade. Bartering. Trade. That's our reason of even having affairs together, is because of bartering and trade. Certain things only grow in certain places of the world that people need, or we're interested in, or like, or want, whatever the case may be, but it's trade. Even Jesus said, I'm about my Father's what?
Business.
Say that word again.
Business.
Man, told you it was a business.
That's deep.
Told you. What y'all gonna do? Stop running. Stop being scared. Stop panicking. Take your time. Study. But most of all, y'all doing all the studying, y'all ain't doing no thinking. Think. Sit back and think. Think about what is right and just. Don't make this hard. Think about the actual situation in your mind and say, okay, is this righteous? Okay? That's all you got to do. And then that's when you start connecting into the divineness of yourself. And you're going to operate from a righteous and just aspect. And you always going to get your remedy. Always. Always get your remedy. Because everything is going to go back to the base foundation of the maxims of law and equity. Always. Always. Okay? So now, what's the situation? What's really y'all problem? And again, I can show y'all as many documents as I've been showing y'all. Hey, this is a document. This is a strategy to send it this way, or go about it this way. The situation is you guys having to fully understand administration and being able to fully carry out and knowing what a claim is. You're making a monetary claim. Y'all got a fee schedule. So that means that you are looking and claiming that this is what? Income. Right?
Right.
See, they don't see it as being real until when this taxes start getting involved, because now they have to report certain things because it becomes what? Unreported income. And that leads to what? 7 years of auditing? Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yep, 7-year look back.
See, all right, somebody said gun case and 10 pounds, but they won't honor any of my notices to the court. Again, you keep the notices to the court. Simple, 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 simple. Are you operating from the fourth dimension? Or are you going to operate from the second dimension or the third? What y'all want to operate from?
The fourth.
The fourth dimension. So if we're going to operate from the fourth dimension, that means that we have to do what? What's the first thing we should be doing then? Because everything should be in trust, correct?
Yeah, we're coming from trust.
Yeah.
Express the trust.
And the trust is considered a what?
A business.
Foreign
A foreign entity.
entity.
A
The
person.
trust,
medium.
I'm going to get y'all
Bank.
these.
Bank.
Listen to
What's
all
the
the
bank?
words. Listen to all the words.
A bank.
Foreign state.
No.
Trust
Now,
is
you
whatever
use one
individual.
A natural person.
And you use one word.
A
Make
contract.
sure y'all mute out right quick.
Kingdom.
Make sure y'all mute out right quick. It's your kingdom. Somebody said foreign state. But once you look at it like the trust is the kingdom, the trust is the country, the trust is the state. When you look at it like that, and now you see that your conscious mind is governing this state. Your conscious mind set the laws for this state based upon the laws that governs the beneficiaries and the trustees, okay? And the legislative, though, which was yourself as the grantor who legislated the laws into the trust, correct?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
So,
Correct.
when we start speaking, we don't need to speak from the third dimension. We have to come to the fourth dimension because we're speaking from a place of what? Sovereignty. And rights, interests, into what? Property, estates, property, things of that nature. So now that we speak from there, we have to what? Express the trust. Now this gives us rights and access to the Constitution because the Constitution says that it's going to fully protect all rights and interests of the people, okay, away from the corporation. So now, in order, because remember, you can't operate as the social security number or the individual that places you as on the first dimension level as a U.S. citizen, and we know it only has privileges. So since we know it only has privileges, it has no rights or claims or anything of that nature, right? It's already a property. So you have to remove yourself to not be considered a property. And the only way that you're not considered a property is at the conscious state of mind. Think about it. Because this body, even you've been hearing, that's my child, right? So you still kind of feel like you belong to somebody. That's my wife. That's my husband. That's my whatever. You get what I'm saying, family? But when it comes to your conscious state of mind, there's nobody that can say my anything about that. It's just you. It's just I am. Let me know if this is getting too complex now.
We rolling with.
It's good.
No, you make sense.
Great job.
So we have to operate from there. That's where freedom is. So consciousness, set up government, trust, kingdom. Operate your kingdom. So now we must send a what? Claim. The only way to do this is commercially. So we make a commercial claim against any form of other entity. Doesn't matter. And that claim can be in what? In realm. Because we have subject matter jurisdiction. Got it?
Yes.
So subject matter jurisdiction automatically leaves and challenges their jurisdiction. Once we send something and making a claim from the trust and expressing the trust, that's it. Oh, y'all want to use property? Say less. Let me get these tax forms out. See, they know we go everywhere and do everything and don't report taxes. That's the reason why so many people these companies get write-offs and all this type of stuff. Yeah, we ain't reporting it. But when we start reporting stuff, if we reported every single solitary thing, everything. That's the reason why they don't want blockchain to take over. Because what does blockchain do? Report every damn thing, everything. Does it not?
Public. Yeah, everything will be public.
You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. They can't hide. They can't cheat.
Transactional. It's no secret. It's all open. We can see.
Everybody can see. They don't want that to take over because if it does, then hey, well, we know who the creditor is now. We can't cheat them. Might as well just
control.
It's over with. So that's the same thing that's going to happen when you guys wake up about this situation. And we start making the reports on everything because you're the other side of the ledger. Every time you go to the store, you spend money. Hey, that's supposed to be, you're the other side of the ledger that's not being reported. Because guess what? The corporations is reporting. They have to report all their transactions. If you've ever been a cashier before, you're going to take all your receipts and all of your money. You're going to put them into this bag. You're going to seal it off, and it goes off to this bank. And then whoever the accountant or wherever they at, they make sure they count up all that particular money, and they're going to report it back and let you know what's what. And that's going to be reported on their taxation. But where's your reporting?
Isn't that a remittance transfer, what you just described?
You said what now?
Isn't what you just described about the cashiers sending it to a bank as a third party, isn't that a remittance transfer?
I mean, not really, because it's going into their own bank account. But did you know when they create coupons for like stores, that's actually a bond. And all of those coupons are charged off to at that particular bond. Did y'all know that? So everything on Black Friday is connected to a bond. Ooh, you didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that.
Didn't know that.
Well, I mean, wouldn't that be the smartest thing to do so you don't take a loss? Think about it.
Right.
Yep. They all connected to bonds. So when you guys go and administrate, I mean, and I know a lot of you guys are super new to this. But for the majority of you that's not, or that's been sending papers, that's doing stuff, like sometimes you gotta step back, look at yourself, and see what you are doing wrong. And the only thing that you're doing wrong is you're not fully making the claim.
Show us how. Show us how.
Gotta make the claim, yo. We're going to make our claims. And we got the private administration coming up. It's gonna come. But first I gotta set y'all mind there so you can know who you are. Because if I just get you in there and show you, you be like, yeah, I don't understand this. It's because you don't know who you are yet. Know who you are in this process. And you're not this body. That's the first thing you got to see for yourself. So express the trust. To express the trust is to express the security agreement. To express the trust is to express the whole harmless agreement and the indemnity bonds. See, you don't hold any responsibility. Now, if I'm writing as a trustee, hey, I was just doing what the trust say. I don't hold no liability to any of this. As you can see, here goes the contract, and yeah, I don't hold any. Now, that takes them back to what? What that take them back to? Article 1, Section 10. State cannot create any laws impairing the obligation of contract. And literally, the Constitution cannot be what? Interpreted. And if it's ever interpreted, it has to be interpreted in favor of who?
The people.
The people.
The people. So that means based upon your understanding, not theirs, but yours. So once a judge sits in a seat as a judge, is he considered a people or a person?
A person.
So can the judge interpret the Constitution?
No.
Oh. Gotta remember the bankhead bounce. You feel me? They can't do nothing.
No, he would be the equivalent of the president being a lawyer.
And that's what we gotta look at. So you gotta operate again from the highest capacity. Stop choosing the lowest capacity. Your rights is your property, which makes you have a certain interest. If they ever want you to give up a right, that's like using property. So they have to compensate you. So if they want to take away your right to travel for you to what? Specifically say you're commercially driving, then I need compensation. And can the state show me in the legislative law where it stated that I was waiving a right? Can anybody point that out to me? That if it shows that if you ever went and got driver's license, that you was waiving your right to freely travel?
Nope.
You got to understand why freely traveling is so important. Even when it comes to religious duties, and there's certain places you have to go, be time, things of that nature, and you're safely traveling up on the road, not harming anyone, bothering anyone, and they all of a sudden just pull you up and say, "Hey, you're not operating to the rules of New York and the state of New York City." Okay, yeah, you pulling me over, and now you done missed all of your obligations to your religious duties. This encumbered you, right? Ooh, right. That. So what harm has the state caused you?
Harm to your religion.
Damage to religious property.
Interfering with your official capacity.
Interfering with your liberty.
False arrest, false imprisonment.
18 U.S.C. 247.
Yeah.
Interfere with your ability
Yep,
to travel.
deprivation of rights, brother.
And they tried to put something before God in your religion. Can't do that.
First Amendment.
Now, does this right supersede a legislative law for driver's license?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this right considered sacred to you?
Yes. Yes.
So this is a right that is considered to be what? Time immemorial. Man has been had the right to travel since man has been placed on the face of this earth, unencumbered. Think about that. So that is time immemorial to any form of driver's license or whatever. That's the reason why when you read about international law, everybody got the right to freely travel. You travel anywhere you want to. They just ask you to make sure that you claim your property, mark your property, usually by flags, seals, things of that nature, right? You just need to have your vessels marked by titles, your people marked by some way to identify people, things of that nature. Yeah, that's the reason why signs and symbols is a big thing.
Can I add something to it?
I don't know. Can you subtract something too? Go ahead.
Okay, so when I was in court, I expressed the right to travel, and the judge was like, "There's no right to travel here. You are driving a vehicle, and the action for driving a vehicle is not considered traveling." And I was like, whatever I said, it was just a no. That's not considered travel pursuant to statutes from the state of Arizona, blah, blah, blah. And I honestly...
Sound like that judge was practicing.
Hold on. Because you said you had something to say. So what are you saying to us right now?
I'm sorry?
Are you asking a question or are you saying something?
No, I
wanted to add to it, so I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah, so that's my experience in court with the judge and the police officer. They denied me that I have a right to travel since, yes, I can travel. Basically, travel means that I can walk in the streets, that I can use a bicycle, but I don't have a right to basically drive my vehicle because that is considered driving. And since I am using my vehicle, since I close it, if I'm using my vehicle, that will be not considered traveling in the streets of Arizona. What they say.
So I'm saying, you said you wanted to add something to what I'm saying. I'm waiting. Right then, this is very important because I'm saying you could have waited. And what I'm going to say next is for this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you on the spot.
Yeah.
You in the hot seat now.
Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
What dimension was you operating in? Now, answer. You got to answer. What dimension was you operating in?
Not in the 4th dimension.
No, I need you to know. What dimension was you operating in? Just think.
Physical body.
She wasn't even that because she was in a 2-dimensional area of the government. So
First
they're
dimension.
classified as a U.S. citizen. So there is no right to travel. Your right to travel is only outside of that venue. So that venue has to be coming from the 4th dimension, claiming the possession of the body in the 3rd, right? That's in the 3rd here, right? So now, what does this actually rely at? Where's the kingdom?
The trust.
This is where your right to travel is.
Uh-huh.
Because now you're making a preceding claim based on time immemorial before driver's license, any form of
Correct.
driver's statutes, which we got plenty of case laws that's going to back that up. Murdoch in Pennsylvania is one of them.
I see. I see.
Now, are you sure?
Well, yeah, since they, if I'm not expressing the trust, then automatically I will be considered as U.S. citizen, which is just a corporation with no right to, with no rights at all. Correct?
You went in.
The thing is you have to see that. I'm trying to get you to see the different dimensions, because even if you went into court, it already should have superseded you from the fourth dimension and the claims of the trust that's happening here. You get what I'm saying? It's already going to supersede. That's why I'm telling you about the private administration and everything. Because you have a higher claim. You have an antecedent claim. Okay, what they're doing in the court is what they're doing. They're going to run their policy and whatever they're going to do. But are you going to operate and fulfill your obligations to the contracts that you have?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have to move based on my trust, not move based on their policies, is what you're saying. So I can protect my rights.
Yeah, because your rights is considered trust property.
Yes.
So now you have to operate as a trustee, protecting the property of the trust, the assets of the trust. And if they want to take away those rights, that's like using the property. So now they have to what? Be charged. So now you get to make a claim. You get to make a claim based on your right to travel. Charge them from the trust, hold 1099, activate it on them, and file it. Make it as income. They're going to be pissed. I'm telling you. Because now they can't make no money off you. They will be audited, and then they're going to see that they haven't been reporting any of this stuff.
I see.
I'm trying. All right. Y'all better listen to me.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm listening. I just wanted to know how the 1099 comes into play when the judge says that he
You
doesn't.
going back?
They don't.
You went right back into the second dimension. Go right ahead, though.
I apologize. The judge said that he does not recognize case law because they operate under de novo, which doesn't recognize
what does that
case
have
law.
to do with taxes and the trust and
Nothing.
the court being a municipal or also considered a commercial entity? They
That's
all
nothing to
own
do.
Duns and Bradstreet, every last one of them. That ain't got
You're
nothing
right.
to do with it. So make your tax claim against the court.
Okay, so all right, got it.
Who is the payer? We are. Based upon the property they take. How much? We report it all. Income.
MIS?
That's what it's supposed to be.
25 million.
MIS, is that miscellaneous?
That's miscellaneous. But do you guys know why, though? Go read before you even touch the miscellaneous. Go read the whole entire instructions. You gotta, as the Bible say, you gotta come out of her. So in order for you to come out, it's not like you're actually in it. It's your mind. Pull your mind. You have to think from a higher perspective of yourself. A lot of you guys think you're the U.S. citizen and you operate on a first dimensional level, controlled by the second dimension, which is the government. You don't operate, even when you guys try to make claims, you don't operate from the third dimension. Because the third dimension is dealing with the people that is controlled by the consciousness of the people, where they say everyone has the right to what? Self-govern. That is a form of liberty. Hope y'all hear me today.
We hear you.
Loud and clear.
Hear you.
I think this talk was needed because I could continue to show you documents over and over, but you have to start seeing yourself. You have to know that you're the one in control. They think you're just making empty claims because you're not reporting anything, you're not doing anything, it's just a claim, and that's it, it's over. You didn't perfect your security interests, it's over. Now, everybody passed around a Donald Trump UCC file and watching him perfect the security interest claim, right? We did that in season 1, season 2, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, we already did that.
Well, you said that season 1 and season 2. Did we need to buy?
Yeah, we did it in season 1, season 2.
I
Well, yeah.
but I'll be there.
Get that.
Oh, yeah.
Because what I figured out was this, and I always think to like the simplest of myself, meaning, man, don't none of this stuff belong to nobody, y'all, until somebody walk up and claim it. You know what I'm saying? Like here lately, like I've been into buying jewelry and stuff like that, and I started laughing the other day because I was like, "Shoot, I'm buying all this just for somebody else to wear it." Because it's finna pass on. You know what I'm saying? Like this don't belong to me. I'm liking it, I'm enjoying it, but the truth is, hey, once the spirit and consciousness leave this body, that ain't no use for me in that state of form no more, right? Now it has to pass on to others that are here. So my point of me saying that is like, don't none of us own any of this. You just using it. You in control of it. So I realized they were saying, okay, hey, whatever anybody don't have claim, the United States claiming it if we run up on it. So basically everything is in the public until you decide to pull it into the private, saying that you're occupying it and you're using it. You're in control of it. No difference than the space that you're standing in. All space and places that you see is public, and until you standing there, that space is occupied by you. Right?
Right.
Right. But that is the natural order, the natural law. We just know that. We know that, right? I know if I come try to take your space without saying, excuse me, can you step back? Can you watch back? It's going to be some war problems. Unless you know, if you ain't scary, it's going to be some real problems, right? Now, if you're scary, I guess I just took your shit. And that's what's happening to people now. You scared. Most people will give up all the wealth for the next 7 generations just to save their own damn life. I freely.
Ooh, Lord have mercy. Oh my God. You said something right then. Jeez.
And that's a fact.
That's facts.
But you got to be aware that you affect 7 generations by what you do today.
And that's exactly what we're dealing with today.
So, what y'all gonna do?
Start performing.
What's up?
Build the kingdom.
Govern.
Gotta perform.
Make it clean.
Reprogram the doctrine.
Administrate our states.
make claims.
First, I need you to love yourself,
Walk in who you
love
are.
your family,
For real.
love your community, love your people, and protect that. That's the first thing we got to do. You feel me? And when I say love yourself, that means that's also saying love God. I can't separate you and God. Y'all one and the same.
Oneness.
Just like you can't separate man from the creation. It's one and the same. Man was present when God created the earth. Don't think he wasn't.
And was.
Let us.
Telling y'all, man. So, who is the creator of credit?
We are.
We are. We are. We are.
All real men for arms and legs. Living people.
The people.
All y'all gotta do is look at COVID. What happened? When the people wasn't out, wasn't nothing moving. A lot of places closed down and never opened back up. So you tell me, is your energy worthless or is it valued?
Value.
Very valued. Highly valued.
Do y'all not know we make dumb people, like we make the dumbest people wealthy and rich? Seriously. I've been really watching us entertain and like literally like make people that we know that is not gonna do shit with nothing like super wealthy. We entertain all the wrong stuff. And what I had to realize is the reason why is because y'all ain't in business. See, people who are in business, depends on what business too, but people who are in business and carry a brand don't entertain foolishness. Yeah, you don't entertain people who have business and a branding. When they want to be entertained, they just come to you. You ever notice when people only call you up to party, but they don't invite you out to the business type stuff? Events, yeah, that means you're the monkey of the show. You should really think about that. What that means that people only call you to party. Never to make $1. Never to put food on your table and help you feed your family. But it's the party though. You the clown.
Dang, that's deep.
Yes. And I'm telling you because they look at you like that.
With the same old trick.
What they just did with Megan Thee Stallion for Kamala, yeah, they said, hey, entertain the clowns. That's what it is.
Yes, they did.
They said we're gonna entertain you clowns.
Adjusted.
That's what they're gonna do. So they entertained y'all clowns. They gave you Megan Thee Stallion. They're giving you this hip hop parade. They're giving you this Versailles, cornbread, chicken, hot sauce. You know what I'm saying? They're giving you all of that. They finna give you the hip, the hop, the hibbit, all of that. Cause they saying you clowns.
A circus.
But y'all happy to be there. Y'all don't see that. You don't see that that's what they calling you in your face. And that they can't have a real conversation with you about the state of the people here on the United States of America soil. They're not there to even have a conversation with you. Pure D entertainment. And some of y'all ready to vote just because it's Democrat. What?
That shit crazy.
And then want to call yourself the head of the household. That's the crazy part.
I
Get 'em,
say,
get 'em, get 'em,
I
get 'em.
say, I say.
That's the crazy part.
Shay.
Because you're not full. And I really feel like if you're the head of the household, you need to be fully aware of everything that your family is involved in, from the top to the bottom. If you're dealing with the United States, you need to know laws. You need to know and understand everything about it. Because otherwise, why do you have yourself, your family in a situation that you have no knowledge of? I don't call that a good leader. We're lacking over here. And that's why they started calling you black, because you be lacking knowledge, wisdom, all. Hard pill to swallow for a lot of people, but I'm just being real. And this ain't just pointed out to a certain community or group. This for everybody. What's your house? You need to be involved. You need to know. We need to care more about what this is. How y'all? I keep
like
saying
to him, since you don't have access, but I'm in his one of his free classes. If you just, we don't have to talk, but you
talking.
Oh, okay. She's just muted out. So I'm just letting y'all know, like y'all in a situation to where you have to look at it. Like anytime that they're talking to you, they're speaking about public issues. Okay? Everybody say it. Public
issues.
Public issues.
So anything going on in your home is a private issue. Anything going on in your communities is a private issue. Okay? Anything going on within your churches and amongst your people is a private issue. So when they start talking about schools and public schools, they don't never talk about private schools no more than the money that they'll charter them, correct? They don't never talk about, hey, you're private, you can't teach this. They don't talk about, they don't say that. Why do they only do it to the public schools? Have you ever noticed everything in the public has rule and regulations, and anything in the private is freely to be governed?
Mm-hmm.
You ever notice that? So what is that saying about you?
Not till you made me look at it.
Get out of her.
That means, number one, in order to not have, because you got to look how the people look at it all over the world. The fact that you don't have law says you don't have a God.
Mm.
Come on, look around the whole entire world. Everybody has a God and law. Land, people, culture, etc., right? You look at you. Oh. What you got, buddy?
They call that reprobate.
Nothing.
What you got? If you have a God, where's your law?
Much love, Eric. Much love.
I'm asking, I'm serious. If you have a God, where is your law? Where is the people operating and following the law? Where's it at?
Would that be considered divine creed?
If that's your customs.
Your kingdom. The religious organization.
See, I'm just putting y'all on game how they look at you. So you can start seeing, because a lot of people like, why people can't come together? You ain't got no damn purpose. That's not a purpose. That's not a reason higher than yourself. And the only reason higher than yourself has to be that we all agree to one nation under one God, which means that we serve a higher principle than ourselves. Once you reach that, now we're able to operate from an unselfish capacity, which now gives us a purpose. I don't think y'all be hearing me though.
I hear you.
Never we heard you.
For real, man. It's that real. It's that serious. The only thing I can tell y'all is try God. So many of y'all is doing everything to prove that it ain't. But when you start trying to prove, start proving that God do exist, watch how it work in your favor. Going against the grain gonna get your ass toe up.
Amen.
To the Most High.
Instead of trying to prove what God ain't, prove what God is. It's gonna work in your favor. All you gotta do, and that's the reason why. And I tell y'all too this, because God was tested, so you're not exempt. God said, "Test my word. Try it. Try me. Come on, try me. Do what it says, and watch and see. I do what I said I was gonna do." Which is cause and effect. That's the thing about God's word and law. It is cause and effect. The law has already been set. How many of y'all believe that?
I do. Wholeheartedly. I do.
Right here.
So water is what? H2O, correct?
Yes.
Can we do anything else and get water?
No.
No.
Now, that means if you take hydrogen and 2 oxygens, correct? We get water, correct?
Yes, sir.
Two hydrogen and 1 oxygen.
Correct.
Yeah, my bad. You're right. 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. Said the wrong way. So with that being said, that is the cause and effect. Right?
Right.
That is word, that is law, that is order. There's nobody here that can change that, and we're all subjected to that law. You see how they work?
Now that was deep.
Yes, very much.
That's how all of this works. Nobody can surpass that. You can't change it. You don't got the power to interfere to change it. That's the thing about God's word. It's cause and effect. Because if you follow the effects of what he gives, based upon you being obedient to law and order. Man, I hope we touch somebody today for real. Really do.
Yes.
You did.
Yes, sir.
I'm listening to this video again.
And can I ask you a quick question?
I'm finna get ready. I'm finna go to the question.
Okay.
Second.
That's what's up.
Y'all not gonna be able to fully operate like you want to until you start stepping and knowing who God created and for you to be and who you are. You are made in the image and likeness of God. So if we had to come to the common denominator of who and what God is, it's only one word that we can use to explain God, and it starts with the E. And what is that?
Air quarter. Everything.
Energy.
Energy. Because energy is everything. Energy is the seen and unseen.
Said the Elohim.
It exists in places where there is time and there is no existence of time. Energy exists in all places. It cannot be created nor destroyed. It's eternal.
That part.
Think about that. So, is there not considered based on what we can even comprehend on this physical plane? There is a law of energy, right? When it comes to energy, the attraction, etc., right?
Yes, there is.
Man, so therefore we truly understand and understand cause and effect then, right? Your whole entire life revolves around cause and effect. So those who don't assert their rights have no rights. The cause you don't assert, the effect you don't have none. That's the reason why God said, there are many who call my name, but I know you not. Why? Because you never expressed the law. You never was obedient to the word. You never tried it. What's up, Ryan Poole? You up first. All right, Mr. Owens.
All right, peace and blessing to you, brother. And thank you for that simplicity right there. I just want to ask a quick question based on what you said about like going to courts and asserting the dimension that we own and you know and really claiming things. Would you just honestly would you suggest that if we even accept going to the court that we take 1099s with us?
No, you done already sent and handled everything. When you go into that court, everything that you're doing is based upon what I've been showing you guys. Like when you go in there, it's automatically you're saying the case needs to be dismissed for whatever particular reasons. You can like based upon the challenge of the jurisdiction or whatever. You just need the motion to dismiss because they don't have the jurisdiction, none whatsoever.
Gotcha.
That's the only thing you need to be worried about doing, and making sure that everything is according to the letter and rule of law because it's due process. So they have to have certain things when it comes to due process. Remember, everything has to be based on the foundation of actual the basis of the natural order of law. So you have the right to face your accuser, right?
Right.
So is there an accuser that can show and prove any harm or personal injury or damages? So that's why I be telling y'all when it comes to the traffic tickets and stuff like, man, I need to see some injury, some personal loss. Let me see the books and see what damages this has caused to you, and I'll surely pay it. And not only that, it's in the wrong jurisdiction because any form, okay, again, this is like I was saying, how can the city of whatever versus John H. Doe have court in that same particular city and they judge themselves? It's not supposed to happen. Where is it supposed to go? According to the Constitution, the original jurisdiction is in the Supreme Court. The original jurisdiction is in the Supreme Court. Right? Anytime it's matters of the state versus whoever and stuff like that, it's supposed to be in the Supreme Court. Every time. But again, you got to start expressing that right. But see, none of this stuff is actually mentioned to challenge. But so always still operate from the commercial capacity still as well, coming from the trust and exercising your rights. But definitely before you go in, because you protected yourself. When you do what you're supposed to do with the trust, like I'm telling y'all, fully all the way out, what you did was walked in the court with the armor of God. And anywhere you place your feet is considered what type of ground?
Blessed.
Religion.
Holy ground.
Holy ground.
Holy ground.
Holy.
That's a
It
fact.
also says conquered land, period.
That answer your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Peace and blessings, brother.
All right, Empress Majors.
Greetings. I don't have a question. I just have a comment, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
I am so grateful that I got on this call tonight. Being that I was looking at some gentlemen, some Moors that were discussing quantum, different things about quantum, and I was listening to not too long ago Dr. Jewel Pookrum speaking on how you look over things from like a bird's eye view, puts you in a fourth, fifth dimension space so you can move your pieces like on a chessboard. And then they talk also about Ibn Alvarez and how he was a polymath and how he did more than one thing, but talked about how physics and psyche go together. And that was, quote unquote, our downfall. And I'm not talking about people of color. I'm talking about all people that wound up in a slavery position.
Right.
And how different entities that, quote unquote, rule now separated the one looking over, meaning the one that's being observed, not observing, and vice versa. And I just wanted to say thank you, because you kind of brought all of that back home in my mind, because I operate like if something is mentioned 3 times, third time is a charm, I need to be paying attention to it. And so how you brought that back home to the administrative process just it resonated. It kind of hit a funny bone in my spine, like ding, 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 you need to pay attention to this. And I just wanted to say thank you, because it really hit home for me.
You are absolutely welcome, and thank you for sharing that with us as well. All right, Lisa Carter.
Hi. Greetings. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy I did not miss this class tonight. Like the young lady said before, a lot of things that you've been saying tonight really resonated. Of course, we being, human, things do like get us razzle dazzled because we've been indoctrinated into, the ways of doing things that are not proper. So I just want to say I appreciate you for giving us the why, because a lot of us learn a lot of different things, and I've been learning these things for a long time with never having the why. And you and your goddess stepped out and just gave me the why. And that's all I needed. Like, I needed to know the why. So tonight my question is, I am going through foreclosure, and I did take your foreclosure class. I have done a lot of the I have started the process. The next step for me is giving them the notice of default. So I got a little razzle dazzle when I got something in the mail talking about final notice. They gave me a notice of default, and it doesn't really look like a real.
You know what you should have did? Same way they play with you. All right, I'm accelerating the debt.
Okay.
It's due today, right now. Yeah,
Same
way they want to play. I'm accelerating the debt. It's due today, the whole amount. You got 3 days to pay. See, all of this needs to be written in y'all first response letter, because this binds them into a contract. You got the right to say anything. Your house belongs to me, this, that, your cars, whatever I need to say. Ain't that what they do to y'all when they garnishing y'all?
Absolutely.
When they need access to property? Play the same game. It's a two-edged sword. It works both ways.
Absolutely. So accelerate the debt. So when I send in the note, that I already plan on sending them a notice of default, so I just need to accelerate the debt at that point. Do I give them a 1099 with that acceleration of debt?
Yeah, do that. But have you taken my IRS tax class?
Yes, sir.
You did?
Yes, sir.
So why don't you take the contract that you have, pay to the order of the United States Treasury, and put the amount on there, sign off as the registered owner, put a negotiable instrument with it, and whatever the amount that they're saying, and just give instructions on where to send the payment. Send that thing off.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And
That
still though, that's just one thing.
Yes, sir.
We still got some problems. They need to pay us for some stuff they sell. We still reporting this income.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So OID after that.
Then
if she does that check, she can go that route. But what I'm saying is go ahead and send it out to the IRS, and it can be taken care of.
Okay, and so when I send it to the IRS, do I send it to the same place I sent my other negotiable instruments to? Let me tell you, this is a funny story. So I called when I sent off my negotiable instruments after doing the tax class. And remember you said, call them and say, do I owe a debt or whatever? So I called the IRS just to get the proper address for my state of where I need to send the negotiable instrument to. So the young lady asked for my information on the phone. I gave her my information and she said, well, I'm looking in the system and it doesn't really look like you have anything that you owe. And she was like, but however, if you want to make a payment, here is what you need to send. Here is where you need to send it. And this is how you need to address your envelope. So I was like, what?
Right.
That was crazy.
Do exactly what she said.
I did exactly what she said. Yes, sir. I already sent that in.
And what happened from there?
I'm waiting.
I
sent it
how long
last
ago
week.
she sent it? Oh, last week? Okay.
Yes, sir.
It'll be on your transcript within the next week or so, or if not, before this week is over with.
That would be wonderful.
For sure. But what I will say is to what you're saying, like, yeah, it's go handle it.
Okay, so I would need to send the negotiable instrument to the exact same place where I sent that negotiable instrument to.
If that's what she told you to send it at for your particular state and situation, everything is about communication, though. So only thing you need to do is always reference the tax year, etc. So for that particular document or whatever, just reference the tax year on the actual negotiable instrument. It can say 1040 form year 2022, 23, 24, whatever the case may be. And if you do a 24, it needs to be an ES because that's estimated tax.
Yes, sir. So for the mortgage, I would just say for the mortgage payment.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but no, you're still gonna put for the particular year.
Yes, sir. Okay, I got it.
And send a negotiable instrument in with it. Give yourself some grace. They'll
Yes,
take
sir,
you
I get it.
and send you what you need to.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. For those of you that want to know more about that, you can actually get the IRS tax class right now. It's on the website, or you can meet us September 28th in Los Angeles, which is where we're going to add show you guys a lot more other things as well about gifting to the public debt of the United States as well, and how to create revenue from that too. So now we at Mr. Gooden. What's up, bro?
Peace. You doing all right, bro?
Yeah.
Gratitude. I got a quick question for the foreign grantee trust. What country would you recommend using for the on the foreign grantors trust?
I mean, if it's under certain form of, what makes it a foreign? So what you asking me, which addresses you put in for your trust or something?
Do you use a Canada address? Can I use like a Canada address?
I mean, yeah, you can use any address you want to.
Okay.
If that's where the trust can be addressed.
Okay.
You can have a United States address and it still ain't gonna make the trust. It just means you receive mail there.
Okay, appreciate it.
But anywhere you want to is totally up to you, though. If you just want to start establishing that for other purposes and forms, just to use a out of country address and stuff like that, you can do this. So I know what you're talking about doing. So yeah, you can do that.
Info.
All right. What's up, Tonk Styles? Y'all little mute button don't work. Go ahead, Dubois.
Oh, I forgot.
I knew it. You know what? Why y'all do this? Soon as I call somebody else's name, y'all say,
when you said mute, I didn't know the phone was on mute. I thought I had removed it from the mute. I done removed it from the hand. I'm over here going hair, my bad.
Go ahead.
Okay. I had ended up getting a ticket last week, doing 110 and a 70.
Goddamn.
He said I was going 110. I don't think I was doing 110. I think I'm about doing 100. Okay, but he pulled me over and he just got out the car, was like, let me see your license. Okay, he go to the bag. He come back with a ticket. I didn't even have to sign it. It said no signature required.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, so what I need to do? Just dismiss because out of the jurisdiction of the trust.
Void, ab initio, this creates a bill of attainder.
Okay.
And then send it off. No contract.
Okay.
Sign it, send it off.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
Make your claims with the trust. Like you leaving so much else on the table though.
You talking about the money reporting it?
I'm just saying you leaving it on the table. Did they violate you in any type of way?
Yeah.
Well, how? Tell me.
Well, my right to travel.
Which is?
Yeah,
you on the spot. Let's go. Yeah, you on the spot. Let's go.
Okay. I know my right to travel.
Article what, Kabusha?
Is that article? I don't know. I can't say right now.
You got your teammates. You want to ask for a lifeline. You can pick one person to help you.
Yeah. Can somebody give me a hand?
Article.
Process. Religious property.
Say that again.
Religious property.
Property is what he said.
Well, number one, they are interfering. Okay. One, by taking statutory law and impairing your obligations of your divine contract that you have with God.
All right.
Which makes this a religious matter as well. But also, again, they got to prove a lot of stuff. They got to prove you were one in commerce and that you were working, driving, operating, carrying some form of freight passenger for payment. You were on the clock, etc. But again, it goes back to the claims of the trust. So now they're using your estate unauthorized. They encumbered the rights of your person unauthorized. So you got a lot of claims to be making with the trust if you operate it correctly.
Okay.
And since they chose to stop or do whatever, and they choose to contract with you, this is an implied contract. Well, you can say it costs $10,000 to contract. It costs $250 per page. I'm charging you for ink, paper, my DNA on the paper. Like my jury just went up just because my DNA touched it. I don't think y'all hear me. I'm here. Y'all say y'all do. I'm here. Y'all say y'all hear me.
I do, for real.
All right, we're gonna see within a couple weeks. We ought to be
You
getting
plant seeds.
Getting a testimony.
Yeah, we'll have one. I am Dubar. What's up?
Yeah, I got a question about taxes. So I pretty much got the whole concept of everything, and I've looked at the class and everything, and I do have a tax background. So I talked to my tax advocate day before yesterday, and so they have a flag in my on my account all the way back to 2019. And so the advocate, I got an advocate that's working on it, and she contacted me yesterday, and she said that the IRS literally has erased everything from 2019 to current day on 1099s. Said it's frivolous filing, and they said that nothing came from the company, everything came from me. And so I told her, I says, well, where do they have the right in order to erase that? I said, they didn't communicate anything. They didn't send any kind of letter or to tell me anything about nothing. They just literally just took my stuff out of the system and deleted it. And so I told her, so she was saying that she was going to go forward with going to a tax analyst in order to figure out what needs to be done. It just looked like I was just trying to get more money. Going forward, don't send no more paperwork to the IRS as far as that goes. And I was like, and I was upset.
Are you operating out of your individual capacity?
The individual capacity? No, it was for the all caps.
That's the individual.
Okay. Yes, then.
Yeah. Makes it hard when you operate from it. That's why I tell you guys to trust. The trust is an entity that has the right to act as the natural and through commerce as like a bank or any other form of entity that's able to lend, borrow, do things of that nature.
Okay, so that's what it is. But at the time in 2019, I didn't have you, Eric. I didn't have you at that time. So therefore,
and again, I don't really know how you found it, because there's still ways you can do it that way, but it depends on how you fully found it. So at the end of the day, man, whatever they're trying to say, just smile when they tell you you owe something, and you should know what to do from there.
no, let me tell you what she told me. She was saying that they was trying to keep from assessing a penalty. I told her that if it will stop all of this here and break through this here and move forward, assess the penalty.
Right.
And she still didn't want to move forward. She wanted to go through the tax analyst. She want to go through the taxes the normal way. I guess she was assuming that I was afraid for them to assess the penalty. She just seemed like they're holding up everything so to keep from assessing the penalty. When we looking at your account every day.
Well, I'm sending the negotiable instrument because I think it's going to be a penalty anyway. And if it ain't, well, just pay me on the back end.
Exactly. That's how I feel. So I'll be assessing a negotiable instrument and keep it moving.
All righty.
Thank you.
What's going on, Brian Harris? Mr. Harris, you up? Okay, what's going on, Rob?
Hey, bro. So I sent in I got a parking ticket. I put, no contract, blah, 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 UCC 1-308, and I mailed it to a court and no response. So, like, what can you do with that? And then secondly, is there such a thing as giving the IRS a gift to expedite your tax return filing and such?
That is a such thing, but there's certain ways that you have to do it. But that's a long conversation to have on this particular matter. We wouldn't be able to do on one.
I got 3 hours.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, if that's the case, I done already gave y'all almost 2. So, but yeah. So the situation, like on that though, like in what you're saying, it still goes back to your right. You are a man, and you are here as one of God's people, and based on you being on this land, you have rights, time immemorial, based upon anything. You precede the nature. So there was a space that was there and you wanted to park your car. Can the city show any rights into having the right to the land before you?
Okay, sounds like a
You know what
bit
I'm
of
saying?
a court battle.
Was the city? I mean, it's not really a court battle. Again, it's your court. So yeah, it's basically up on administration. So you need to claim the violations that they are doing against you.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So make your claim. Everybody's making claims, but we ain't making ours, and we have to make it fully and make them stick. Because again, we get to bring all of this to a commercial standpoint, and we can bring this to the UCC1 all day long. All day.
So basically, assess a bunch of fees against them, basically.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey man, now listen. Yeah, I thought I was down to 3 people. Why is all these hands up?
Man, all of a sudden it was 6 more people.
Nah, I mean, you know, some of y'all got kind of the same questions.
Thanks, bro.
Oh yeah, no problem. Tasha Greenlee, what's up? All right, Brian Harris, your hand back up. What's up?
Yeah, sorry about that, King. I hung up accidentally earlier. Okay, so I recorded my trust down at the county, and I created my negotiable instrument. Now, this is in regards to the property taxes. When I create, who do I address it to? Do I put it still under the LOC that it's under, or do I put my name on it?
You say what?
On the negotiable instrument, do I put my name on it, or do I put the LLC of the property that it's on under?
Do you put your name on the negotiable instrument?
Yes. Well, the straw man.
I mean, you can pay for it.
I'm not understanding.
You just asked me which one, and I told you. I said you can. You can put the name on it. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Just as long as you got everything else like it's supposed to be lined up. Because when I showed you, you took the tax class?
Yeah, I have the recording.
Okay, so did I use my name?
No.
Yes, I did. On the one with the Federal Reserve check, I did use my name, and then on the other one, I used the trust.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. I just want to make sure I get it right. Appreciate you, boss.
Oh yeah, no problem. All right, we got 7 more minutes, and then we out of here. I don't know how to say, so I'm just gonna say Heru. I'm guessing that's Kim.
Hi, it's Kim.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you. I started listening in the beginning of July. So I'm brand spanking new to this. I've heard about this information from time to time, never got into it because it wasn't explained like you're explaining it. So I'm getting all the information together. As I stated, I've been listening, taking notes. So my question is, I understand that I need to establish a trust. Now, I've been hearing about revocable, irrevocable, things of that nature. I know you can't get into it right now, but what class should I be taking? And will the classes, the 3rd and the 10th, have any conversation about that? About establishing a trust? Because
if you want to do trust, it's In God We Trust. And the only difference is, well, I explained it in there, the difference in irrevocable and revocable and which way you want to go. And it's tough. It is a special decision, but even if you do irrevocable, it's all about carefully planning and what you're saying in your conveyances and when you're actually creating the trust, because you still can make it open based upon how you word and write it to be open for changes. That would still be irrevocable based upon what's been said. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
Okay.
All right. So I will go there and I'll see you in the next 2 classes. Thank you all. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Now we have Miss Harris. Your turn.
Can you hear me?
Kinda, sorta. Yeah, we can't hear you at all.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
What about now?
Yeah, it sounds like the introduction to a Michael Jackson song. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you good.
Hello, you there?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. My question is, I understand that you're cooperating from the trust, and your trust is basically your religious organization is the trustee of your trust. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm my train of thinking is, because I'm kind of thinking on more so of maybe like setting up a family trust or anything like that. So I was thinking of setting up the religious organization and then creating a family trust and then having each individual trust ran through the family trust. Is that possible?
I mean, if you want to do it that way, anything's possible. Just long as you have a structure on how those things going to be distributed to those trusts. It's all up to you. How do you strategize that and plan that? It's very possible if you have a way to do it.
Okay, so would you say it would be easier to have each individual trust run from the religious organization?
I can't say what's going to be easier because it's all about you. That's the thing. Like, I don't like, because you just came up with a way you said you wanted to do it. So what made you say that you wanted to do it that way? And what vision did you have to strategically strategize and how to move the distributions of the trust?
I'm basically just thinking from a manner of just keeping everything in my family, and basically because I'm basically the only one that's really learning this information in my family.
So why not have the family trust, and that's all you need, and take your family trust, and then you start I think it's a band, and a family of band, clan, tribe, state, yeah. So a band, which means your band holds a certain custom. That custom is your religious law. That literally becomes your 508 that governs your family and your religious law, and that society is the trustee of your family trust. That's all you got to do.
Okay.
If you want it to be simple, I mean, now if you want to make living trust and place it under the family trust and do all of that, you can do that. But you can literally operate everything out of the family trust. And you can make everybody grantors of the family trust, meaning yourself, children, whoever.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome. Rashad Williamson Bay.
Peace and love, family. Peace and love. Quick question. I'm going in the court. I went to court for restoration of my disability as a felon. So the judge removed himself on the record and I just went today and got his oath. So my demo was I was going for a tort claim defamation of character and all of that because he violated a lot of constitutional rights and most importantly God-given rights. So I guess my question is, am I going the right path, seeking his oath and bonds, and then going to make my claim?
Make it a tort commercial claim. So that means you need to do an administration. Make your claim first and the invoice alone. You need to step out into the fourth dimensional world, get out of that 2-dimension and first dimension, playing around in there. Come out into the fourth, make your commercial claim, okay? They have to answer. So if you say they damaged or whoever caused any harm to you, you get to make that direct claim.
Gotcha.
So who caused the harm?
The judge.
So the judge now, you need to explain the judge how he has removed himself from immunities and make your claim. So now it's not against the judge, it's against the living man who caused the harm. Because the judge capacity, which is a fiction character, has immunities. But the living man does not when he operates outside of that capacity, which means he's doing things under malice.
Indeed, indeed. Yep,
So make a claim from a higher perspective.
There it is, inshallah.
Because he cannot go, he has to answer the affidavit.
That's true, because I tried to file a letter demanding his oath and bond, and the lady was like, you only do this through a motion. That's how you get it to move. And then she was like, you didn't even leave nowhere for him to rebut. So what you saying, just piggyback what she said and confirmed it in one.
Right.
Yep. Thank you, family.
You're welcome. I thought they lost immunity with the Chevron overturn. No, they lose immunity anytime that they usurp powers and act outside of their capacity. That's been happening. The only thing y'all had with the Chevron overturn was that they brought light to you of the rights of the people of the Constitution. You should have been, even though that's been said, you guys still got to express it. It don't mean that they just gonna start doing. Remember, if it ain't said, it ain't heard. That's just what it is. You ever heard a tree fall in the forest? I mean, you ain't there, so you ain't hearing it, right? That's my point. So you don't know it fell. They don't know either. All right. Family vibes, and then we're gonna stop at old Jim Papa Demetrio. Man, you ought to get paid for that.
Greetings, Z.
What's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm having a little issue with UCC 1 in Texas, well, actually Tarrant County, with the online process.
Okay, so you need to go really look into what your state is fully saying, because I'm based up on, filing and stuff like that. You need to make sure it's accurate and what they are looking for. Some are different. Not much different, but just a little different.
Okay, so with the UCC statement, financial statement form that we got in the trust class, I seen it on the website, but it don't give me an option to file it.
You seen what on the website?
The form, form for us. We got the form in the trust class, but when I went on the SOS, the Secretary of State website, I seen the form, and it don't give me an option to file it or to.
Some of them want you to do it online. So again, you can either do it online or you can send it in.
Understood.
You say what now?
I say overstood.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
All right. Jim Papa Demetrio. Now, is that how you say your name?
100% correct. Yeah, you actually got that right.
So let me tell you something, dude. And I'm serious. I'm a like I can hear and see stuff. You don't even got to cook. Just name you a restaurant, your last name, and people will come there, and make sure it's a high class restaurant. People will spend the money there just by the name. I promise.
I bet they would. And believe me, I cook a lot of my Greek meals from scratch. And let me tell you, I learned it from my moms, so I know how to cook the meals.
Just by the name, though, seriously, people will come.
Yeah, I bet they will. I appreciate that. Yep. So,
right,
so it's good to have you on. I'll be quick because I know you went over time, and I appreciate the time. I was in the In God We Trust class for the trust, and I've been learning a lot from you over the last 2 weeks. So I'm a newbie, right?
Okay.
So I'm the guy that has 3 court cases where 2 of them, they're credit card civil court cases. 2 of them had judgments issued against me, and they were pretty recent, like June 27, something like that, right? And so the story is long. I got all the QSIPs for all the court cases. I did a banker's acceptance on all the accounts for the credit cards, right? After I got all my rights violated in court, and then the judge decided to issue judgments. So the question I have for you is, what do I need to do, step 1, step 2, step 3? Because I also got a call with you Friday morning, so I'm going to be prepared. What do I need to do first, second, and third so I can be prepared to get this?
You just reminded me of all these damn consultations I got coming up. Jesus. Damn, I'm not. Listen, I do not like the consultations for real. I promise you. But because that's why I rather y'all come in here and ask. But like your situation, your claim is your claim, and your truth is truth still. It doesn't go anywhere, and they still have to answer. But you need to make this to where you're, again, coming from a higher perspective, really making your claim, and then making this reported as income for you. Now you have a choice to either continue this on, make a deduction. You can write this off as bad debt as well. Well, they have to answer for this because, remember, just like you have to report any cancellation of debt, if you do a 1099-C, they also have to report it. So you have to stick them in a form of a tax position because this is literally all taxation anyway. And that's when things start getting serious because, again, if they find one little thing wrong, they want to audit everything. And we know none of these corporations
are
operating in a form of good faith.
Of course. Do you believe that I need to set up the trust first and then do all the rest that you're saying?
Yes, go set up the trust because then you have a preceded nature. And then not only that, you get to call the securities from those credit cards as well because they still exist.
Right. That's right. Okay, got it. Yeah,
all
and
those
I promise
fixed
you,
income securities belong to you as the registered owner, but you transfer that right and interest to the conveyance of certificated security and the security agreement to the trust.
yes, that's what I've been learning. That's awesome. And I promise I'll be very prepared for the session on Friday to make it easy on you. But
Okay.
all right, I'll do my work. Thanks a lot, Eric.
Alrighty, family. We do have the Q&A coming up this Friday for the what is it? The In God We Trust class. So we do have the Q&A coming up for that. So I know we're gonna get a lot of questions asked or answered in there. Man, I so much appreciate you guys' time. Appreciate who shared their testimony as well. Great questions from you guys. Yes, I'm going to make you think. There are no dumb questions, so don't be afraid to come on here. And just because you get put on the spot, I promise you, it's better to deal with it in here with us than some weak ass judge or somebody drilling you, and it ain't funny then. Here, it's a place to be live. Joke about it, get on with it, or whatever. But there is no joking situation. So it's best for you to come forward, speak your mind, and we can go from there. I know a lot of you guys don't like to talk about stuff and in front of people, Make sure mute out for me, Devin Gibson. But a lot of people don't like to talk in front of a lot of people and stuff like that. But I also don't want you wasting $100 that could go to your family, etc., just for one question that you could have came in here in work session and asked. So don't be too ashamed to cost your family money for something like that. I don't really like that. And then after that, I probably will turn down every consultation that you have and make you come here and ask it anyway, because I do a lot of people like that all the time. And they will tell you that. No, he just told me to come to work sessions. Absolutely. It's free. Why would you pay $100 just to ask your question? Y'all got it?
Got it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
Yes.
Got it. Got it, brother.
Appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great, beautiful day. I'm about to